Good morning, fellow students. Today we're going to talk about simulation, a student's perspective on the art of prediction. Fuck.
You forgot to do that. Just do it, don't do an accent. Okay, no, go.
Good morning, fellow students. Today we're going to talk about simulation, a student's perspective on the art of prediction, by Phil Fiorenzo, Kyle Dudon, Christian Yip, and yourself truly, Jaime Topper.
I can't hear.
And Jaime Topper. So, what is simulation? Simulation is the process of mapping real-world situations into various systems and models over time. So, in class, you remember we talked about the Monte Carlo simulation about flipping a coin. That's a real-world situation, the act of flipping a coin, but we are able through software to model the same exact situation. So, there are three different categorization perspectives for simulation. Within each perspective, there are two opposing kinds of simulations. First, we have physical models versus analytical models. Physical models are tangible, mostly performed in laboratory environments with concrete objects like hardware. On the other hand, analytical models are usually performed through estimations and with the help of specialized software. So here we have a couple of examples, cockpits, wind tunnels. On the other hand, we have mathematical analysis and simulation models. Then we have discrete versus continuous models. And here we define discrete as the models that use variables at a specific and instantaneous points in time. On the other hand, continuous state variables can change continuously over time, described by differential equations that are solved numerically. The final perspective is stochastic versus deterministic models. Stochastic uses random inputs to find real variations in outputs. Deterministic focuses on always keeping the same inputs and outputs. So, where have simulations been used? The first thing that comes to mind when we think about probability simulations are rolling a die or flipping a coin scenarios. We virtually use simulations of software that performs simulations every day. Some of the most common ones are estimation of waiting times, such as metro or bus times, or amount of time spent in a line, in an amusement park, for example, video games, stock markets, fashion design applications, and many other examples. So, for example, one of the early simulations were using a wooden horse to practice riding before battle during World War One. You can see a little fellow there, struggling to get into the wooden horse. Also, a very important simulation nowadays are, for example, flight simulation. Pilots at the beginning of the training spend countless hours in simulators before flying an actual plane. People can also learn how to drive through simulators, and automakers can inspect cars' aerodynamics by simulating wind resistance in wind tunnels. Also, meteorologists can model weather behavior for weeks ahead. And we have a little video here that shows the simulation of muscle movements. Fuck.